I've mentioned how when working with block references, you can update the text of the original block, and that update will propagate automatically out to all of the places where that block is referenced. So to re-illustrate this or underscore this, I could type the word demo here, and you'll notice that that word propagates out to all of those block references. Now, you might be asking yourself, well, what if I'm working on a page? Let's say, for example, that I don't have these pages open side by side. So I'll close that one out. And now I'm just working in this facts about the moon page, and I want to update this piece of information. How do I do that? What's the most efficient way to do that? Well, you can click here and click jump to block. That'll open up this, and then you can make the update here. But that's that's an extra step. And you might be asking yourself, well, wouldn't it be nice if I could just update this piece of information here without having to jump to the original block? And that is where a feature called block embeds enters the picture. Now, block embeds work almost identically to block references, with the key critical difference here being that you can update that information anywhere. And so let me illustrate what I mean by that with a simple example. So I'm going to hit Command U again, and I'm going to open that facts about our solar system over here in the side panel just to illustrate this. So I'll come back over here one more time. I'm going to hit Command Shift C to copy that block reference to my clipboard here. I'll come back over to the main window and give myself a new block here. And what I'm going to do is type the slash symbol here. That'll open up a menu of different options. You can come down here and click on block embed. You can also start typing the word block embed and select it from here. Now, you'll notice when I do it, it brings up this kind of scary, messy looking string. Don't worry too much. The cursor is automatically placed where you need it. So from here, I'll just hit Command V, and that's going to paste that block reference in there. And if I move my cursor away, you'll notice that this now looks very similar to the block references above it, with the obvious difference here being that it's got this shading behind it to give you a visual indication that this is a block embed. If I click my cursor into this line, I can come over here and I'll update this fact again to there are currently 218 known moons in our solar system. And just like that, when I update the block embed here, you noticed that all of the block references updated as well, and the original block updated in addition to that. So again, block embeds are a feature that works very similar to block references. You're probably asking yourself, like, when do I use this? When do I use block references? The short and rather unsatisfying answer to that question is that there is no one size fits all answer to it. It's really a matter of personal preferences. Again, they work very similarly. I will tell you that I generally use block references. I just find them faster and easier to create. I also find this colored background on block embeds to be a little bit visually distracting. If I was willing to mess with CSS, I might be able to fix that. I'm generally not. I'm kind of lazy when it comes to that. So again, just a visual preference there. But one example of where a block embed might be useful is if you've got a piece of information that you want to display in multiple places in your graph, and you know that you're going to regularly be making updates to that. So for example, maybe you're producing a course or you're working on a series of blog posts, and you want to create a block that's just a place to park notes related to that project. You could then embed that block on every page related to the project, and you could sort of give yourself like a universal inbox where you could park those ideas and have them update everywhere throughout the graph. So that might be one example, but again, totally a matter of personal preference here. Just understand that block embeds are a tool in the arsenal. Get used to using those, understand how they're different, and you'll find that different tools will work better for you in different scenarios.